Hello class, my name is Bushart. My major's undecided. I'm a freshman at UTC and this is my sustainable house. For my location, I'm thinking around the North Carolina, Tennessee area because there's like consistent weather throughout the year. Temperatures don't get too high and they're not super low, and there's a consistent amount of precipitation throughout the year. For my energy, I'm gonna do solar energy because it's clean and renewable. And then for how I'm gonna get my water, I'm gonna do rainwater harvesting and water reclamation technology. For those two, for my everyday life, I'm gonna need around 200 to 400 gallons per day, which if I use both of those, I'll meet that, and I'll also be recycling water. For my building materials, I'm gonna use hempcrete and reclaimed wood. Those are just eco-friendly options and I can get them locally. And they're not horribly expensive. For my lighting, I'm gonna use all LED lights around the house. And then for my AC, I'm gonna just use the standard HVAC AC unit. For my garden, I am gonna have a garden. It's not gonna be too big. I'm gonna say around 5 to 6 feet. And I'm gonna need around 5 to 6 gallons every other day to water that garden. I'm gonna use good clean soil, and to keep like pests away, I'm gonna use like an eco-friendly like netting around the garden. For waste and trash and stuff, for food, I'm gonna build a compost, and I'll throw food that is able to be composted in there, and I'm also gonna recycle. For costs for power, I'm gonna need the average is around 10,500 kilowatts per year, which is gonna run me around 13,000 per year. So not horrible. And what I learned through this whole project is those solar panels can be pretty expensive. They're the cheaper and cleaner option of the other power sources. Something that surprised me was how useful rain actually is and how it can be used. And one thing that I can implement into my life is I want to start a compost pile and recycle more. So yeah, that's my sustainable house.